Welcome to BarTalk, everybody.
BarTalk. Woo!
We are trying to switch the vibes around 180
We're trying really hard.
real quick.
It's been a really rough couple days, but we're here.
I feel like we say that every fucking
I know,
episode.
but like today was just not my day. I've been like such an ass the last couple days also. So if anybody's watching this and they know me, I sincerely apologize for my actions the last couple days.
She's been quite the beat. Oh, should we turn that fan off?
What fan? That fan?
Do you hear that?
Well, you tell them what we're doing and I'll turn it off.
Okay. Today we're going to basically take the negative energy and we're going to exponentially grow it by talking about all the things that piss us off in the gym and in jiu-jitsu and in OCR.
Gym etiquette, bitches.
Just basically cringy things that people do that really grind our gears, that really tick us off, that really make us feel bad feelings inside of us.
We're here to vent today and have a good time doing it.
We're here to vent a little bit.
What's happening here? Right? Left?
Okay.
Hello?
Consider this the actual beginning of the episode.
Okay.
We're here. It's bar talk. It's shit is real. We're
Boom.
having fun.
Okay, so do we want to actually say why? Okay, so listen, I said I was in a shitty mood, but listen, we did a lot of shit at the gym, which is why we're doing this. That's my first one. I got to talk about it. I got to start off the podcast with the one that I have to talk about.
Okay, go.
Okay? All right, so check this out, okay?
We're just jumping right in.
Huh?
We're just jumping right in.
Yeah, first of all, what is good with this fucking headset right now? Like, am I on the wrong side, left and right? It says R is on the right and L is on the left, so like...
So then
how come I can only hear myself in one side? I am a mess. Okay. Anyway, we've been closed for about a week, okay? And we're renovating the gym, and it looks great. It looks awesome. But we were closed for like how long? 4 days?
5 to be precise.
Yeah, 5 days. And we literally did everything in our power to let people know that we were closed, okay? And my first thing on my list of things that pissed me off. Now, granted, keep in mind, I also do marketing. So, like, I feel like I get all of the really shitty stuff that, like, comes my way. So, more of the things that piss me off are just, like, in general.
She gets the DMs.
Yeah, like, y'all, if you're watching this and you're part of Momentum, don't, like, shit talk because you're shit talking me. And, like, I don't feel like dealing with it. So, like, stop doing it. Stop.
You're talking shit to this
Stop.
to this face right here.
Okay.
You're talking
Like, I've had
shit to
enough.
this little shit.
Yeah. So check this out, okay? My first thing is people pretending that they don't know.
Oh my god, that fucking list, y'all.
No, I just wrote it out.
This
like,
is
making myself laugh.
the most Tracey has written
Listen.
since college.
Listen, people pretending that they don't know something to like get what they want. Okay? So check this out. Check this out. Gym's closed. We've been closed for a couple days now. You literally cannot walk into the gym without seeing dust absolutely everywhere.
Well, and before you walk in, by the way, we've sent out emails. We have had signs in the gym a week prior. We've had posts on Instagram. We've had posts on Facebook.
Yeah.
It's been very much a well-known thing. Like, the gym is closing from these dates to these dates. When you walk up while the gym is closed, there's a big-ass sign that says, hey, the gym is closed for renovations. You walk in the gym looks like destructo mode. It looks like it came in with a wrecking ball because all of the equipment is moved off the floor that was getting renovated. I mean, it's absolutely chaos. So continue.
It's chaos, right? So, like, we are trying to put this rig together. So we're all standing in what is the elevate room. If you don't know what that is, it's a massive functional training space that we have that's dead center of the gym. You can't miss it when you walk in, okay? There's like 10 of us standing there. We all have our arms crossed. We're like trying to figure out this basically IKEA piece that Rogue sent us with no instructions that we're trying to fucking put together. And the gym is in utter chaos. And these two guys, literally, they come in, they bypass the two signs at the front door. They actually look at the gym. We're all looking at them. We're like, oh, these guys are coming in. Like, we'll see what they do. They look at us. We look at them. They scan their key tag as per usual on a normal day. They see that all of the treadmills are in the lobby. They see that there is no equipment on the floor. There's like dumbbells and barbells, everything in between all of the machines. These guys actually walked by us, sat on the Prime machine, and started doing chest flies.
I remember. I was there for this.
Looking at them like, are they like literally just standing there just fucking... The only machines moving in the whole gym. There's nobody on the floor. There's dust in the sky. We all 10 of us are standing there with our arms crossed, and I'm like, are these people fucking serious?
It was definitely weird. It was walking in because trainers were still allowed to train their clients during this time because there were 2 rooms that were available. So when the gym first closed down, there were still some machines on the main floor that were open that hadn't been moved yet because the moving crew hadn't come. And then there's this back training space and an upstairs training space. And the back training space and the upstairs space are for trainers to train their clients, right? So it's just enough space for trainers to still make money during this time, for clients to come in, for like the people who are paying extra money, right? They can still come in and get a workout in. People are walking into the gym this first day of the closing, acting like, seriously, like the gym is open. And what makes it so pet peevey, because I was there training my clients in the morning, is just the lack of care, the self-centeredness that it takes to be like, I'm going to look at the signs. I'm going to look at the posts. I'm going to keep walking in the gym. I'm going to scan. I'm going to ignore all the weird stares that people are giving me. I'm going to continue to walk in the gym. I'm going to watch everybody struggling to clean up equipment frantically. I'm going to still walk to the machine that I want. And then I'm going to work out while everyone is continuing to frantically move around and try and like figure out what the hell is going on right now in terms of moving equipment. And I'm going to, and I mean, like they're having a bro workout. It's not like, oh, I'm so sorry.
No,
I didn't know.
They're filming for shit. Dude, 2 of them, me and Abigail were cracking each other up the other day. This one girl walks in, she gets on the treadmill. We are moving the treadmills away from the treadmill deck.
And it's like, go on a run outside.
Go outside. Why are you on the treadmill inside?
It was
the other guy looks at Abigail and he's like, I want to go upstairs, remember? And she goes upstairs and he's hauling ass on the elliptical.
I said this because I said this man, it's pitch black dark. It is pitch dark. There's no lights upstairs. And this guy wants to go on the elliptical. And I got upset. And so I was gesturing some things that were rude. And I was like, this motherfucker wanted to go on the elliptical. I said, I will send you an elliptical to your house so you can do this for 30 minutes.
All he wanted to do was ride the elliptical. Like, listen, bless him. They want to come in, they want to work out. Yeah, I get it. But it's like, people, man, we try so hard to help you out. Why are you doing this to us?
Yeah.
Like, I can't.
It was also,
I don't get it.
Like, it is. It's 5 days. It sucks, but it's like, man, either don't work out or go get a membership, a week pass somewhere. Like, it was a Wednesday through a Sunday. So, like, people don't even work out Saturday, Sunday hardly anyways. So just Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, like, go do a guest pass. It's going to be okay. It's going to be all right. The only reason I was in there, like, I didn't want to work out in there. It was really quite miserable to train in there, to be honest, while the gym was closed. Because it was a mess.
Something's happening here.
Tracy.
Sorry. Just keep going. But it was comical. I had to laugh at it. It's a big pet peeve of mine for people to pretend like they don't know what's going on. Like, everybody's on social media these days. You can read a flyer. You can see the sign that's right outside the front door that I put there at 4 o'clock in the morning. But it's okay. Just come in and do your fucking, go sit on the pec deck while we're like,
this is all the rest of the shit. That was our negative energy that had to leave, that had to be exorcised, whatever, from our body.
It was a good time.
From our being. Yeah, it was fresh. that was pretty bad. Yeah, I mean, the only reason I was even in there was because for cleaning or for training clients. Like, I really, otherwise I wanted to get out of there. Like, it was not a fun place to be in that weekend. Nobody, like, I promise y'all, all y'all members that did not come in, you didn't miss anything. Like, it was a mess. It was really messy.
You missed all of our all of the trainers experiencing ourselves in different formats.
Sheesh, like, dude.
Mad, happy, angry, sad.
Talk about
the whole 9.
Man, when that kind of stuff happens, it like exposes the either strength or weakness in the team dynamic.
Oh, God.
Anyways, moving on.
Oh, that was funny.
Are we going back and forth with pet peeves?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Let's do it.
I'll save my jujitsu ones.
Don't mind me with my coffee at fucking 8 o'clock at night.
Yeah,
okay?
I just finished my cup. We're going to start with, or I'll save the jujitsu stuff for last because I think people relate more to the gym stuff anyways. One of my bigger ones is taking up several machines at once or being on one machine for an extended period of time. So like, let's say you're on the cable cross machines. If you're on the cable cross machine, the smaller one, for like longer than 20 minutes.
Smaller one, you mean like the single-sided one? Or the one that has
two sides, but it's
one unit? Yeah.
It's not that big ass multi cross unit. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's that really bothers me. Like if you're on there for 20 minutes, I hate it too. Sometimes I'll go up to them because I'm with a client. I need to train them on the machine. Hey man, how many more sets do you have left? Oh man, I'm gonna be on here for a while. Like when they say it like that,
You're like,
I'm like,
shit.
I'm like, they make it sound like they're taking like the worst shit they've ever had. And they're like, dude, I'm gonna be in this stall for like oh man, I am gonna be here
You're like,
for a
all right,
while.
I'll catch you in 2024.
Right? Like, what are you doing on here? Okay, like in those moments, I'm like, you know what? I will see you. I will not even come back here today with my clients. And yeah, or taking up several machines at once. If you're taking up the booty builder and then also a glute drive and then also a glute kickback and then also a squat rack, it's like, and this actually, I find this more common with some other trainers.
Oh my God.
Where yes. I'm like, dude, I understand that you want to give your client like this wow workout circuit of awesomeness. But also like, I need one machine.
You don't have to do that though.
No.
You don't have to fucking like superset back to back to back to back, or like, and if you know that people are going to use it. I think what makes it worse is that when people bring other equipment to those machines, then you really know they're going to be there fucking forever because they're doing like 5 exercises in a circuit in 4 machines, you know, and they brought like a kettlebell and a dumbbell, and like you're looking at them like, man.
I think it's also because other trainers should know better. You know what I'm saying? Like other trainers, you'd think they'd know better because they'd be like, oh, I can relate. Like, I understand, you know, we all got to be out here making money and doing our job and using machines and stuff. But it's like when they look at me and they're like, oh, yeah, we got like 2 more sets at these 3 things. It's like,
forget it.
I kind of look at them. I'm like, well, I will be on this one. So when you need it again, you let me know.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
So that's one of my bigger pet peeves. Next.
I'm the same. Okay, so I wrote this down. I just had to make myself laugh. Okay, listen. Finger fucking the air bike
I don't know what that
drives
means.
me fucking nuts. Okay, listen. It doesn't matter what kind of fucking air bike it is. All of the bikes, let's say you're on like a concept bike. It's an erg bike, right? So there's a little lever that's on the back and you're able to pull up the seat, or you turn the dial and you're able to pull the unit closer or further away, right? Okay, on an air bike, it's holes. So it has a pin to it. It's a pin unit. So if you take the pin and you unscrew the pin, okay, and you pull the pin out, all you have to do is let it go and it'll go back in. Well, people, they fucking undo it so much and they start fucking with it and they're like, I can't get the pin out. And then they end up pulling the pin out completely. So now there's no pin in the fucking air bike. And you're looking at them like, well, no shit, you can't adjust the air bike because you just took the fucking pin out of the air bike. So you got to put it back in. You turn it, right? Just to a sweet spot where you can pull it out, put the seat up, put the seat down.
This is such like an endurance coach thing.
Huh?
This is such like an endurance coach thing.
Bro,
because this would not bother me at all.
It drives me nuts. Like people, and then what makes it worse is like you have that bike in a sweet spot, okay? Like I've been sitting there adjusting this air bike for you. So that way all you have to do is pull the pin, raise the seat. No. They want to pull the pin, raise the seat, and then twist it as hard as they fucking can back into the air bike so it doesn't move. And then you can't get the pin undone because they just finger fucked the thing so hard that now it's stuck inside of the air bike. It's like, y'all, pull the pin, move the seat. That's it. That's all you have to do. But that shit drives me nuts.
Guess what?
It drives me fucking nuts.
I love how we're saying these things, but like none of this is going to change.
No, none of it's going to change, but it drives me fucking fucking nuts.
It's gonna be all right.
It really does.
I know exactly what bike you're talking about too.
Yeah, like the assault bike.
Yeah,
it's like an air bike. The assault bike or the rogue bike. Echo
I've
bike.
had some struggles with that thing. One of
Because
them.
yeah, and you know what? It's a little bit. I'll say it's a little bit Rogue's fault because there's this space. So like, if you're really short and you put it on the first piece, like on there's not like
The first
levels like a
notch.
concept bike, but it's the first notch, right? There's actually like an inch gap between that space and the actual seat. So if you pull the pin and you finger fuck the bike and you let the seat drop, when the pin goes back, it's not in a hole. The pin touches the metal.
So then it
really gets stuck. So then the only way to actually get the seat up is you have to yank on it as hard as you can, let the pin go into the first hole, and then you pull it out. But if you're sitting there messing with it, it ain't gonna fucking come out. So stop finger fucking the air bike.
and that's that.
That's it.
Okay.
That was the end of the podcast. Thank you.
Sheesh. Nobody wants to use the assault bike
No.
anyways, Trey.
Exactly.
Okay. This is one that seriously is just disrespectful. When you take your shirt off, which by the way, you're not supposed to be taking your shirt off in this gym anyways.
Ours
Unless
specifically?
ours specifically, you're not supposed to take your shirt off in the gym. We'll allow it sometimes if you go into like one of our more private rooms and you take it off real quick and you get a photo and then you're done kind of thing. But there are younger gentlemen that will come in and take their shirt off and goof around and take photos and straight up genuinely just trying to be douchebags. They're not ripped or anything. They're
trying to be seen.
They're just trying to make themselves be seen, and they will be doing it while someone's giving a tour. They will do it while I have my child athletes in the room. They'll do it while I'm training my adult women. And it's really, like, that really upsets me. It really irks me.
Yeah.
It makes it really awkward for both parties because I have to look at them and tell them to put their shirt back on. And, obviously they're like, oh, so sorry. Oh, my God, and they laugh and then they leave. And they come back in the next day and they do it again. And I'm still with a client where it's totally not appropriate, so it's just awkward. Especially, to me, it's awareness. It's like if someone's giving a tour of the gym and you are goofing off, monkeying around with your shirt off, looking inappropriate, why?
Right.
If someone
just don't people are so worried about like the lighting and shit like that in the gym that they're trying to get the best lighting, and it just so happens that the best lighting in the gym is the places where people are training the most. So like, I'm sorry that you're gonna have to sacrifice, or just bring your own equipment, bring a fucking ring light, go in the corner where people aren't there. There's plenty of spaces in our gym where nobody's at. We have a huge space with a fuck ton of mirrors in the back of our gym that is never being used. So like, if you know what we're talking about, just go back there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nobody's going to say anything. Like, just stay out of the way. You know what I mean?
If I have a female client that I'm working with and she even looks under the age of 18, put your shirt on. Mm-hmm. Put your shirt on.
Same thing goes, I would say, for even just like the generic like selfie pictures. I see a lot of times like we get tagged. A lot of times Momentum gets tagged with like people taking selfies, like women taking selfies in the mirror, and there's always people in the background. And people get really uncomfortable about that. Like, we get messages all the time that are like, hey, do you think so-and-so could take this photo down because I'm in the background? Or like, hey, next time you take a video, like, I'm even, I'm faulted of that because I do the marketing. Sometimes I'll be taking a quick video and somebody's in the background. They don't want to be seen. So like, every so often I have to go up to somebody and be like, hey, can I film you? So it's just like being aware. Like, most of the time people don't really care, but a lot of people are insecure. And if you are somebody that's standing in the mirror trying to take a picture of your ass and the person behind you is just really insecure, they might not want to be in the background of your photo. So you kind of just have to be considerate and like figure out where you're taking your photography and videography shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. It definitely makes people uncomfortable, for real. Okay, I'm going to do one that's like OCR based.
Okay.
I'll throw one in there that's OCR based. People missing obstacles on purpose because they're fucking runners. And they know that they're runners. All right, that shit makes me so mad because here's my ass, my tree trunk looking ass, running up next to this person, right? I'll use Carrot. There's this girl, Carrot. She's in my age group. She beats me every fucking time. Ain't gonna happen much longer, but so far, it's happened, okay? Listen, she is like a 90-pound twig. I am a brick shithouse running out there. I am strong. I can be fast. But I'm strength-based than a runner, right? She is all runs, no strength.
Right.
This girl cannot lift the Atlas ball. She cannot lift the fucking Hercules hoist. She falls off of rigs.
She just runs past it?
Huh?
She just runs past it?
Dude, she'll fucking go up to, like, let's say the twister, which is like a rolling bar that has multiple different grips on it.
Yeah.
She'll literally jump up and fucking touch it and go do her penalty loop or go do the 30 burpees because she's faster at the endurance skill than she is at actually the strength-based obstacles. And it pisses me off because every time that we're running up to each other, I would catch her on an obstacle. I'll blow through the fucking obstacle.
And then she'll run past you.
And then here she fucking comes, light as a feather, right behind me.
Well,
and
it's
I'm
also
like, come on, bro.
It's also like,
try.
If I can't skip the run, why are you skipping the obstacles? And also, if you are trying to skip all the obstacles, why don't you go run in like a half marathon, just race, or a 5K race?
Go run the trail series. Like you signed up for a hybrid sport.
Right.
Okay. That's like me saying I'm going to go run a DECA. I'm going to do DECA, but I just feel like skipping zone 7. So I'm just going to do 30 burpees instead. Like, no, bitch. You signed up for a hybrid sport.
Can you skip a zone?
No, but I'm saying like, you know, if you get DQ'd in DECAs, but I'm saying like, don't skip something that you signed up for. You signed up for an OCR race. So do the fucking obstacles. And if you can't do them, then you get a penalty. But like, don't just tap it and go.
I'm pretty impressed that she's doing burpees on these things and she's still beating you.
I'm sorry. This girl's literally like 90 pounds.
I'm just saying 30 burpees takes a while.
Take it back because the last burpee pit, I beat this bitch by like 15. And we went in the burpee pit at the same time. So, but that bitch is also late as fuck her, man. She's out here. It kills me, bro. It fucking kills me. It drives me up a
Tracey
wall.
out here.
I'm in
Girl.
a mood. I'm in a fucking mood.
Pipe
Listen, it
down.
drives me nuts. She'll fucking, you can
that's
hear her
fine.
coming, and she's light as a feather. Whew, there she goes. Bye, girl. And then we'll hit the next obstacle. Here I go. Hoist.
Jealous.
Boom. I'm out.
You jealous out here.
Yeah. I mean, like, shit, I'm heavy.
Stop eating so much.
I know. I'm like a brick shit house out there. Like, don. Here I go.
That's where she hears you. She hears you coming, bro.
I know. She literally hears me coming, so she knows she's got to speed the fuck up, and then she just blows right by me. But anyway.
You know what annoys me?
Me?
When people... Yeah, facts, actually. No, when people complain to people, and this is me kind of having your back. Members who complain to people with absolutely zero authority in the matter.
Yo, like, shut the fuck up.
Is that one of yours?
Wait, hold on. I gotta read how I wrote it, though.
Yo, Tracey, I've never seen Tracey write so much in her life.
I wrote this as I would say it out loud, though. Wait, hold on. I have this somewhere.
She has to look through her essay.
I wrote people giving their advice to me at the gym for what they want to happen without actually thinking about any of the logistics of anything because they have actually no say.
Okay.
That's what I wrote.
Well, there you go. But yeah, people who complain to people who have zero authority in the matter, like they're like, I want to make a suggestion on the temperature of the gym. And they tell it to like a front desk staff member. And it's like, I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm freezing cold. Like the front desk staff member's got like 25 jackets on. And the person who's working out's like, hey, I just thought if we could keep it, it's like a crisp 69, but if we could put it at like a constant, like a 71, 72, maybe like a 71 and 3/4 if that's possible for the temperature. Yeah, that would be awesome. It's like, okay, I'll get on that, ma'am. I will, like, I'm shivering. I have hypothermia. You think I would change? Like, I would change it if I could. Okay, so stuff like that, like talking about like the paint in the bathrooms. They're like, if we could only, paint the bathrooms turquoise. I swear to God,
this is so funny.
If we could, they go up to like me. I'm a trainer, right? I'm like a personal trainer. They're like, seriously, if the bathrooms are painted turquoise, I'm good. Like I've got nothing else.
The paint that we're doing right now, literally, like everybody's been coming up, so they're like clearly the paint is not done. Okay,
they're like, hey, so is this done?
Is this done? They'll be like, wait, but this wall's white and this one's black. So like, are you gonna paint that black? And it's like, I'm sorry, ma'am, the trim is actually black because they started the paint and it's not done. So I just want to let you know that the paint is probably gonna be black over here soon. But if you wait a little bit, it'll be okay. Wait, listen. The other day, I'm outside and we were closed. I was fucking around with this drone.
Tracey.
What?
Turn your shit on silent.
Oh, it's true. He set him up. I guess he took a nap. All right. So.
Yo. I've been training your clients while you were asleep. Ho.
Yeah, for real, Drew.
I'm stealing your bitches,
this guy, listen, so this guy and his wife pull up to the gym. I'm outside. I'm working on a drone because I want to be able to drone in the gym and take
my god.
footage.
Oh my god, he came inside.
I know,
It was so funny.
Listen, I'm standing outside. I'm literally like, I'm sitting there with my phone. I'm really, this is not my drone, okay? This is an expensive drone. I'm really trying not to get it lost on the roof, and it was over the roof hovering for about 20 minutes. I was losing my shit. I was like, I am not going to get this bitch back. Drew's going to fire me. So I'm like literally standing there watching this thing hover back and forth and back and forth. I'm not touching any fucking buttons, and this drone's just fucking moving. And I'm like, oh, fuck. I'm really trying to get it together. I'm not getting it together. So this guy is talking to me, and I have no idea what the fuck he's saying because I'm trying not to lose this drone.
What?
Anyway.
Wait, our thing stopped.
Did it stop? Oh, no.
Tracy.
Fuck.
You didn't plug it in?
Yes, it's plugged in.
You didn't charge it earlier, did you?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Pause.
Look at your face. She's scrunched.
No, I definitely did. No, that's a lie. I definitely did because I was on my computer earlier.
All right. We'll pause. We'll be back. She's about to talk about annoying people.
Hey, wait, it's on, though.
Hold on. Good. Oh, fuck, we're back.
Wait, are we on?
We're on.
Hold on, I didn't even wipe my eyes yet.
We're good.
Okay.
Just restart.
Can I?
Tracy's gonna finish the story about the parking lot.
No, the halfway through this thing where it paused, I need to play that reel.
No, we're fine. We'll add it in. Can you add it into the podcast? All right.
Oh man, we just had a fucking. I had a fucking cry fest.
Dude, I don't know. We're sober. I swear to God, we're sober.
Oh my God, that was hysterical.
Okay. Anyways. So there were two.
I'm in the parking lot. Where did I say?
You have the drone. It's been hovering. You don't want to drop it, and this couple's coming up trying to talk to you.
And so this guy, he comes up. He's like, "Oh, I heard you guys were closed. So I just wanted to come check it out." I'm like, "Okay, you're more than welcome to go in there, sir. Like, I really don't care what the fuck you're doing. I'm just trying not to lose this drone." So I was like, "I don't care." And he's like, "Well, what changes have you made?" I'm just going through a bunch of stuff. And as I'm going through the list of the crazy amount of things that we're doing and all of the money that we're spending on his ass, he goes, "Oh, but did you get all new 45-pound plates?" And I looked at him and I said, "What?" And he goes, "I would really like new 45-pound plates." And I was like, "That's cool. Except we just spent like $150,000 on your ass on a bunch of other different things. So I don't think you're going to get 45 new plates anytime soon." And so he started going off on me about like how people don't have etiquette and there's not enough 45 plates to go around and how he's got to go from, a different piece of equipment to get the 45-pound plates and put them on his leg press machine. And I was like, "Listen, sir, that sounds like a personal problem. I don't know what to tell you. I'm just trying not to lose this drone. You're more than welcome to go inside though if you want." And then that's when he came inside.
Oh, he got rushed out very quickly.
Yeah.
It's
oh my God.
It's like a liability to be in there. So I mean, at the point of what it was on Sunday, like it was real construction was going on because we were putting everything back.
Oh my God.
So yeah, the guy had to leave. I mean, like when I said I tried to talk to him and I was like, "Sir, if you really have anything else to say, you can go talk to the man behind the project, Drew Whitehead." And I signaled him over to our boss, the guy in charge. And I think that he spoke to Drew for probably 30 seconds before they left.
Well, I just was like, I was just so baffled. I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me? Out of all the things that I just told you that we're doing, you asked me if we got new 45-pound plates. Like, do you know how many we have?
That's a little bit.
You'll survive. It's totally fine."
That's a little bit crazy.
Oh, my eyes now. Okay. Go ahead.
It also annoys me when people, I think this is the last gym one that I have, and then I have a few jiu-jitsu ones. People that try to conversate with me while I'm either with my clients or I'm working out. And I don't mean they have something quick that they need to ask me. I don't mind that. Like, especially if you need something really, like, I really don't mind. If you come up and ask me something.
Sorry.
I don't mind if you come up and ask me something real quick. But it really does bother me if you're trying to, like, have a legitimate conversation with me while I'm training or while I'm training my clients. It's upsetting. Because I actually don't have a lot of free time in my day. Like,
yeah.
I really don't. I don't know what people think I do. But I really work all day in some facet.
Well, it takes away from your client, too. Like, you only have 30 minutes with this person normally. So, like, if somebody's standing there the whole 30 minutes trying to chat it up, unless you know them and you know the client, it's a little bit different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And even then, it's kind of like, eh. But, like, if you're chatting it up the whole time and the client's just kind of sitting there while you're having a conversation, you're like, dude, you know? But with certain clients, like I know a couple of my clients that like give a shit less, but I know how it is when you have other people that do care.
It's just rude.
They're paying good money like that. Oh yeah.
What annoys you, Tracey?
When people don't like an answer that you give them, so they just awkwardly stand there as if you're gonna change your answer. Do you ever have that happen? Like somebody will come up to the front desk and they'll like ask you.
That happened with this couple. When I told them, I was like, "Sir, like we're closed. You know, there's really nothing to see, anything crazy here." I said, "This is what we're doing with the project," and he just stood there and he's like, "Well, I would really love to see." And I literally did my hands like this. I go. I did my hands. I said, "This is what we're doing." Yeah. I said, "It's very messy, sir."
Or like these two girls, they came up and they looked at the sign and the sign said gym closed. And then they just stood there for like 10 minutes. Me and Alana were like, so the sign's not going to change. We're still closed. You know, like, hello. Or like, you know, some guy came up today and he was looking for something in the Lost and Found, which like the Lost and Found has been full and backed up for like 6 months now. So a lot of the shit besides the important stuff like car keys and whatever, we kind of like got rid of because it's literally been sitting there for 6 months. If you haven't looked for your shit in 6 months, it's kind of on you. You know what I mean? It smells, it's gross. We got to get rid of it. Like the shaker bottles, go buy a new one. So all the shaker bottles we threw away. And somebody today went up and was like, "Hey, have you seen my ombre shaker bottle? It's been here for a little bit." And Sabrina looked at him and was like, "No, we actually just cleared out a Lost and Found." And he just like stood there staring at her. And she's like, "We don't have it." And he just stood there. And I'm looking at this guy like, the answer's not going to change. We threw it away. So
I feel like they are sitting there waiting for you to finish and be like, "And we're going to compensate you."
Yeah, no,
and it's like, no.
You left your shit here for 6 months. It's gone. That shit smells. It's tossed. Sorry. Like car keys, maybe. Rings, maybe. You know? But like shit like that, I'm like, bro, come on. When people just don't like the answer that you give them, so you just sit there and pout and you're like, it's not that serious. Go buy another fucking shaker bottle. Okay. What's a jiu-jitsu one from you?
I have several.
Okay.
I think one of them that's fairly should be well known is when people are disrespectful to either the instructor or the higher belts. This is a martial art. Like respect is a big part of should be your day to day, but definitely when you walk into a mat space like that or a school or whatever or a dojo, wherever you're going that has a belt system, it's just respectful. Like if you are a white belt or a blue belt and you are not joking with higher belts, but like literally talking shit or being disrespectful toward or just treating poorly a purple or a brown or a black belt or the instructor, it's very rude. You're not going to be welcome back to other schools. You're probably not going to be at the school that you're at for very long. You're going to get your ass kicked during rolls. You like, it's just a respect thing. It's like when you go, it's like with elders, like, do you sit there? Do you speak disrespectfully around elders or people that you would say yes ma'am or no ma'am or yes sir or no sir to? No,
right, like why treat it any different?
So it's the same way. It's like I don't care. To me, we have a 15-year-old green belt in there, and the only reason he's not, I mean, he's basically a purple belt at this point, but he can't get promoted to blue or purple belt until he turns 16. It's just part of the system, right? So that you can prevent people from being black belts at the age of like 5.
Right.
Which would never happen in jiu-jitsu anyways, but like being a black belt at the age of, 16 or something crazy.
Yeah.
He's a green belt, but I still I try to treat him with the respect of either a blue belt or a purple belt. Like, so somebody who's my equal or somebody who's better than me, because he's very good at jiu-jitsu. I don't care that he's younger than me. He's freaking good at jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, but you treat him with respect.
Because he's been there.
That's what you do.
I've been there for 2 years. He's been training for 7. That's over double what I've been training. It's over triple what I've been training. So guess what? I'm going to be respectful to him on the mats. Because that's how it goes.
Oh, yeah.
So, I don't know. That's one of my pet peeves when people come in and they don't understand how to speak to people.
Yeah, well, same goes for training and just generally in the gym. Like when people try to talk to trainers like they're trash, and it's kind of like, yeah, you work here, and I wouldn't necessarily consider myself better than anybody else, but like don't treat people that work at that position or have been in the gym for quite a long time like shit. Like you know everything. Like you're not a know-it-all. Just have respect for other people.
That's what I do for a living. Also, it's like this is what I do for a living. It's not it's not a hobby. It's not a pastime.
You're not just shooting the shit in here. Like, you do know what you're doing, regardless if you've been there for a year, however long. But it's like, just have respect for people. Yeah, I feel that. I feel that hard. Okay, you want to know one? You want to know one that's not jujitsu oriented? I have people coming into class while it's running, acting like they don't know that a class is going on. Bro, check this out. People literally like, I just really wonder sometimes what goes through people's brains. I've had people literally tag us in Momentum stories with them in a class that they're not supposed to be in. Like, you're in the elevate room. I'm teaching a conditioning class, okay? I send everybody outside for a stoplight run. They come on back. Like, there's always things going in. You're in and out, whatever. Somebody will literally walk in and get in the middle of 30 people and start doing crunches. And I'm like, first of all, where the fuck did you come from? Second of all, did you not see the do not enter sign? And also, like, there's people in here.
Well, this is kind of the same as the gym closure thing.
What are you doing, man?
It's just, honestly, what I'm realizing is all of our pet peeves are kind of coming down to just a lack of self-awareness.
Yeah, I'm like,
just be aware of you and also not just self-awareness, but awareness in general. Aware of your surroundings. What's going on around you and what are you doing in the environment?
Yeah, like
and act appropriately. Okay? You guys are like 55. You guys are like 55. Like, you guys have lived whole ass lives. Like, dude, 200 years ago, you'd be dead. Like, this would be your final years of life. Okay? You have lived long enough to figure out that if a sign says do not enter. See, this is what I think is, I think they get to 55 and they're like, I will in fact do what I want.
Fuck it. They're like, they just have to listen to me. I'm over everything. And you're like,
Maybe when I'm 55, I will be the same way.
I mean, I kind of do that shit now, but I also don't just get in the middle of a fucking classroom with 30 people and be like, hey, look at me. I'm a fucking random doing crunches in the middle of 30 people doing med ball slams. Like, where did you come from?
You're also nicer than me. You'll tell them that they can go in a corner or something. I remember when I was teaching Elevate classes, I was very strict with people coming in the room. Like, I was like, you're sorry, get out. And they're like, well, are you using the space? I'm like, the entire space is occupied.
Like, if somebody comes up to me and they ask me for a piece of equipment and I'm definitely not using it, I'll give it to them for sure. But people, man, they like come in and out. And I'm just always looking at them like, you're right. It is like it is an awareness thing. And I feel like I am not aware of a lot of things when I'm doing them, but I sure as shit don't do things like that. Like,
oh, it came off. It turned off again.
It did. Why? But it's on.
No, it's not, babe. Did you see it just close? She goes, but it's on.
Should we just keep going?
As the camera's like,
do you want to just keep going?
Yeah, we'll finish this little rampage and then
we'll finish this.
This will just be our faces, maybe like flicking off the screen on video.
Yeah, literally.
It'll just be us like looking angry.
Sorry for the people that are watching this.
Our battery's not
really
dead. Our battery's not dead. It's just exhausted apparently. So I have a few more for jujitsu.
Okay, well, give me one and I'll give you another one.
Okay, well, very quick. Walking around barefoot off the mats. Look, if you have to step off of the mats, so
you have to be barefoot?
You have to be barefoot on the mats, but when you're off the mats, you need to wear shoes because that's where people wear shoes. So you're taking all the gross shit from people wearing shoes and you're bringing it back to the mats that are supposed to be clean. Right. And people will, I understand if you have to step off real quick and like grab a water bottle and take a sip or something like that, but if you are walking around or you're going to the bathroom and you're barefoot and then you come back onto the mats.
Well, who the fuck goes to the bathroom barefoot anyway?
You'd be surprised.
That's fucking gross.
It's gross. Yeah, so that's a quickie, but that one's gross. And look, I get it. Sometimes, I don't know, maybe you have to throw up or shit or something really bad after a hard roll. But like, wipe your feet.
Right.
And then come back on.
Right.
Anyways.
Right. Ew, that's fucking gross. All right, I have two more. Okay.
Just spit them out.
Both of them?
Yeah, do it, man.
All right.
Let's chat.
My first one is, people complaining about movement standards when it's clear as day why they have to do that thing. Okay? Like, when you're in any sort of competition, like this goes with like literally any sport, period. Like, people will complain. Here's my thing. All athletes, when you're competing, will find a way to cut corners. It is what it is. It's the nature of the sport. It's like saying when you're running through track, the first lap, you have to be in your lane, and then every lap afterwards, you can be closer to the center. Why? Because it's shorter, closer to the center of the track, right? So it's common sense. Like, every single athlete, especially just if you're any competitor, you're going to find ways to cut corners because it's time-based or rep-based or whatever. It is what it is. But like, when there's clear reasons as to why you can't do a certain thing and then you still complain about it and you say it's not a big deal, it's like, bro, don't be petty. Just do the fucking movement standards. Like, I'll give you a perfect example. The DECA movement standards for the lunges, right? You'd be like, oh, why is there even a movement standard for lunges? It's just a backwards lunge. No, because people want to catty corner their lunges so that way their range of motion is basically 2 fucking inches off the ground. Their chest is forward. They're looking towards the floor. So every single rep that they take is like quarter of a second. Like, now you have to stand tall. Both your feet have to be on the ground. Hips are facing forward. Why? Because your dumbass decided that you were going to speed race your fucking lunges, whereas everybody's a different height and weight and whatever.
I say props.
I mean, yeah, but at the same time, it's like but here's my thing. They gave you a standard for you to uphold. So just do it, bro.
Oh, well, if it's a standard that's set, then
just
yes.
do it, bro.
But
like,
if it's
don't
not
complain,
set,
just do it.
But if it's not set, then props.
No. Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. But if the standard is set and you're still complaining about it, like, it's the nature of the sport for you to find ways to cut corners, but don't complain about something that's already set.
Well, then you get DQ'd.
You knew it was fucking there, so don't do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You knew it.
That's fair.
You know what I'm saying?
Maybe that.
So, you want my last one?
Yeah.
Okay, my last one is, don't fucking come after me, but I'm just saying, okay? If a trainer is in the gym and they're working out and there's 14 other people that you can ask a question, please ask anyone else but the trainer that is working out.
That's kind of back to the don't talk to me while I'm training.
Like, it's like...
Same thing.
Like, I have the headphones in, right? You're really trying to fucking grind. You're like, you have this like short window of time, the very small short window of time between your clients and work that you have to work out. And people will come up to you and be like, hey, can you get me a booty band from behind the front desk? And you're like, you just broke my split for me to get you a fucking booty band behind the front desk?
Well,
you can't ask anybody else?
But I think part of it, again, is like, it's an awareness thing. Again, it's all back to awareness. It's awareness. It's they're not aware that you are training. They're not aware that you maybe spend 8 hours a day in the gym, but you have, just because we're in the gym for 8 hours doesn't mean you have 8 hours to work out. Like,
no.
I usually have an hour, maybe an hour and a half to work out, to lift.
Dude, we gotta make that shit happen.
And I have to block off that time for myself. Same with Tracey. Same with every other trainer in the gym. So if you see us in not trainer looking clothes and in workout looking clothes, just don't ask us a question unless it's really important.
Like, we try to look as unapproachable as possible. Sometimes I put my headphones in and they're not even on. But I still try because I don't want to talk to anybody.
I don't get this as much as you do. I don't know. Like, people really don't talk to me that much while I work out. I'm very mean looking, though, when I work out. So when I started working, when I was cleaning the gym, like, even you were like, are you good? And I was like,
yeah. Your headphones in.
Yeah, I have my headphones in. I'm fucking working.
Yeah, well, you have a little bit of RBF more than I do, I feel like.
That's true.
People say I'm very unapproachable, but...
Me?
No, they say I'm unapproachable.
I'm much more unapproachable.
Yeah,
I look very mean.
Worse.
I look very mean.
Yeah, you're a little bit worse.
That's okay.
How much more do you have left?
Jiu-jitsu things, jiu-jitsu pet peeves. So this is where all of the regular people can leave and the jiu-jitsu people can stay, and we can talk about some things. Spazzy people. Oh my God.
Spazzy people on the mats.
Dude.
Don't do it.
Like, I understand.
Didn't we just talk about this?
Now, I will say I have a lot of gratitude, actually, sometimes for spazzy people. I have a lot of gratitude for spazzy people when I'm training for competition or when I'm training for a more combative situation, right? So, like, when I feel good and my body feels good and I can actually spar with people, because guess what? 90% of the people that you're going to actually fight with are going to be spazzy motherfuckers.
Right.
And then, so it simulates a real fight fairly well. And then 2, in competition, your competitors are going to be super freaking adrenaline up, crazy. I have to win right now. They're going to be potentially slightly spazzy. Mm-hmm. Now, they might be a little bit more technical, especially depending on the belt level you're at. But they also might still just be super nervous and jittery and spazzy. Right. So pre-competition or training for an actual live combat setting, I think spazzy people can be helpful. They're still never fun. Like, nothing about you is enjoyable to roll with. Nothing about you is fun to roll with. Nobody looks forward to rolling with you, really. Mm-hmm. Nobody actually wants to roll with you. And the thing is like, you're going to get to this place, if you continue to be spazzy like that, where people are going to say no to rolling with you, especially if you're bigger, sorry, or if you're like rude about it.
That's just a situation for anybody to get hurt also.
Right. Like, I don't want to roll like that every day, every week. I don't. I don't have the energy to, and I don't want to. And I'm 130 pounds soaking wet. So it's like, I don't want to.
Yeah.
I just don't.
Dude, I feel like if I rolled, I would be the spazzy one.
You probably would. But the thing is, again, it's also different. Like, if you're spazzy, but you were going into it with the intentions of, like, really legitimately not trying to hurt yourself or other people, versus you're spazzy and you have, like, malicious intent. Like, you have a lot of ego in it. And I don't mean, like, normal level of people ego when they go and roll, which everyone does. I mean, like, I will fuck you up ego. That's nobody likes rolling with people like that. You probably won't last at the school very long. So just get over your shit and calm down a little bit.
Don't do it.
Yeah. You probably would be very spazzy roller. Like, I'd probably just play guard with you for 5 minutes.
Would.
I'd be like, and okay, I'm just going to try not to choke her so she doesn't freak out, and I'm just going to play guard with her. And she's just going to...
Yeah, this is why I can't. I just don't get into it.
Once
I feel like I don't have control over myself, and I would just get really pissed off.
Yeah, because you wouldn't be able to pass my guard, and then you would be, like, really upset because you'd be 2.5 minutes in, and you'd be like, this is really annoying me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I would just, like, play dead and call it quits.
Well, that's not spazzy. That's fine.
I would be like, and I'm done.
I think that kind of goes into the, like, ego. We're going to transition to the more, like, ego douchebaggery side of things. And also guys that come into the gym and use jiu-jitsu as a dating site. Or girls that use jiu-jitsu to be, like, what I guess people call mat rats. Where they only date people. They go to jiu-jitsu to be for sex. Like seriously.
Why, bro?
Jiu-jitsu is a very sexual sport. Like, it is. Jiu-jitsu is a very sexual sport. Yeah. It's I mean, like, you're mounting on people. Like, it's a sexual sport.
Yeah.
Fighting is kind of sexual. Seriously. So it is. And when there's not a lot of girls and there's a lot of guys, the guys.
Well, yeah.
You as a chick, like, you are prime real estate. So there are a lot of girls that go into there, and they go in there knowing this, and this is different from, like, chicks going in there and they end up, like, dating a jiu-jitsu guy, or a guy goes in there and dates a jiu-jitsu girl. I totally get it. Like, it happens. You spend a lot of time there. You know, I dated a guy in jiu-jitsu, but when you go in there being like, this is how I'm gonna get laid.
Bro, that's so dumb though.
Yeah, because it makes certain women at the gym uncomfortable.
But also, you're just trying to be there to spar to roll, and you're like, fuck off.
Yeah.
Like, why are you coming here trying to date? Like, just be here to fucking spar roll.
And I'm very thankful for my school, because this is really not an issue at my school at all.
Good.
Like, in my school, it's very much like, we're here to train. It's a great environment. But I've seen schools, and I've been around schools, and I've been around people that it's very obvious that they train because, like, they use their belt to be like, this is how I get pussy.
It's like, you're not shit. Like, whatever. Yeah.
And it's just lame. So that's a pet peeve of mine. And that goes for guys and girls. That goes for guys and girls. I have experienced it obviously from a female perspective. So I called out guys a little bit harder. The last one is a big one. Using jiu-jitsu as therapy. Jiu-jitsu is not therapy. I'm sorry. That's like being like, the gym is my therapy. I don't like it when people
that shit.
But it's not to me, because this is the thing. The jiu-jitsu is what helps you clear your head, or the gym is what helps you clear your head and calm yourself down. And calm yourself down enough to then go out into the real world and practice what you need to fix. Like, you don't go to the gym, right? You don't go to the gym and work out, and then you're like, all my problems are solved. I don't need to change anything about myself. No, it's like, you go to the gym.
No.
Exactly. You go to the gym and you work out, and you do your workout, and you're like, I feel good. I feel positive endorphins. Now I'm going to sit with myself, and I'm going to practice being a good human being today. I'm going to call the people I love. I'm going to talk to the people that I need to talk to about any issues that I may have. Like, you do that very healthily. You don't realize it, but you'll talk to me, and you'll talk to me about some kind of issue you're going through, or you'll talk to somebody that you really seek counsel in. Or you sit there and you're like, hey, I'm in a really bad mood today. I need to do X, Y, and Z. Like, you are working on yourself.
Yeah.
And then you use the gym to help you continue to work on yourself. There is a difference. The gym, I think of this. Life is, hear me out. I think of this. Life is therapy, right? Like, or like your life and what you're practicing should be like practicing things that you would go to therapy, and your therapist would be like, this is what you need to work on. The gym is one of those things your therapist would be like, this is a positive environment for you. add this in so that you can continue to work on all of these things that you need to work on.
Saying.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is where I
don't really
like.
agree, but I see what you're saying.
This is where I go, what I don't like. When people go to, jujitsu's my therapy, right? I go and I roll and I fight out my demons, okay?
Oh, good. Duh.
I fight out my demons.
Yeah, I can agree with you on that.
No, well, but they go and they roll or
there.
whatever, and then they don't work on anything inside of themselves.
Mm-hmm.
They don't actually do any self-work. They don't do anything to practice being nicer, kinder, less angry, less whatever problems that they're having, resentful. They don't work through any past trauma they've been through. It's very clear the way that they talk to people and like the fact that they haven't changed at all. Mm-hmm. The only thing that happens is they get better at jiu-jitsu, which is great. You know, and maybe they have a little bit of a healthier lifestyle because they work out and they're around people.
It's like the word therapy needs to be something different, because I get it, and I also don't like, I understand where you're coming from, because it isn't therapy. You have to work on yourself outside of it. Like, I totally get it, but at the same time, it's an outlet. Like, jiu-jitsu is an outlet. Yes, you take your anger out on what you're doing. I take my anger out on my workouts all the time, every single fucking day. Like, I will be on a run. I'm the psychopath that will run for 10 miles without their headphones in so I could curse out the fucking earth and do my grocery list. Like, that's what I do. It is therapy, but it's not therapy. It's an outlet, because I do still have to work on myself outside of it. I just think that the word therapy is a little bit easier to use, so people just use it as therapy because it's therapeutic in a sense. It's like it is giving you that peace of mind. It's giving you that ease. It's like letting all your shit out. But also, if you go to said therapy and you talk to a therapist, you do still have to work on yourself outside of therapy.
Something that is therapeutic, though, is not therapy.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, therapy is just an easier word to use.
Sure.
Like, I just think maybe it's just misused.
Yeah,
like, I get what you're saying.
Be precise with what you say, because this is the thing.
Words mean things.
Well, words mean things, and also I think that people a lot of times do think it is actual therapy.
Yeah, no.
I think that people really do. I mean, I don't think you do when you say therapy. I don't think certain people do.
Yeah, I think a lot of people, because it's easy.
I think a lot of people, when they say this is my therapy, they legitimately mean it, and they mean it because I see it in their face, and then I see them like they're dark human beings. Jiu-jitsu, like people don't go into jiu-jitsu because they're like, everything's great in my life. No. And like, I just want to learn self-defense. No. Like when I started jiu-jitsu, my parents were getting a divorce. Like I was not good. Mm-hmm. I was in college. Like there was not a lot of good things going on in my life when I went into jiu-jitsu. When people go to jiu-jitsu, there's not a lot of like great stuff going on. Like,
yeah,
it gets dark. Okay.
Yeah.
So when people in jiu-jitsu are like, jiu-jitsu is my therapy, that's like, oh, that's real scary.
Yeah.
That's really scary because
you got some shit that you actually have to fucking deal with.
Because it means that they legitimately use jiu-jitsu as their form of therapy, and they don't do anything. Like they leave jiu-jitsu and they're like, I'm good.
Right. It's
I'm
like
actually
they
good now as a
escaped
human
for
being.
about an hour when they were rolling, and then they left and they thought that everything was okay.
No.
Which does happen in the gym. Like people will go and they work out and they say it's their therapy and they escape for a while, and then they just think that they don't have to handle anything. But life still happens. Life still moves on.
Jiu-jitsu, the gym, running, OCR, whatever it is. It should be a practice, a therapeutic practice that calms you down enough and gives you enough positive endorphins to then do the work that you have to do. Mm-hmm. Like that's what that is.
Okay, right? So no one's allowed to say that whatever you enjoy to do as your hobby is your therapy. It's your outlet.
Yeah, it's a fun thing that I do. It's what keeps me going. It's what helps me become a better human being, because it does. I just burped.
I laughed so hard like 20 minutes ago. I think I have a headache now. Like, I'm sorry. I just had to like divert for a second because I just felt like my eyes start to water. Literally, we were laughing so hard earlier that I cried.
Me versus me.
Literally.
Go over the valleys.
Sorry, go over the valley.
Go
oh
over
my
the
God.
hills.
What the fuck was that?
Go
you guys will
hills.
never know because we stopped the fucking camera and
we'll add the video in. We'll add maybe we'll add the video in mid podcast.
I bet you it's not even going to be funny.
It's not. It's me.
It's hysterical.
It's Tracey and I. We are so delusional. Tracey and I sometimes get this way where we'll get so delusional and tired.
We've been at the gym since 4 a.m.
Yeah, we'll get
It is 9 p.m.
We'll get so delusional and tired that we'll say something and we will seriously think it's the funniest thing in the world. What was the last one that we did? I'm a Roblox character.
Oh my God.
We were talking about how people, so if you guys don't know, there's like shelf butts. That's like a new trend or whatever.
Like shelf ass.
You've got a shelf ass. It means you got like a nice, perky, big butt.
Yeah, it
and
looks like a
Tracy
shelf.
and Tracy was saying how one of our friends does not have a shelf ass. And I showed her a photo of my ass. And she was like, see, that's a shelf ass. And I said, nah, bruh. I'm built like a Roblox character.
And I thought she meant like a traffic cone.
And I sent
so
her.
I was picturing or
Pop
like
in
a
right
cinder
now,
block.
y'all. We're going to pop in a picture of a Roblox character if you don't know what that is. Because that is,
God.
in fact, what I look like. And then actually it went farther than that. Because if you've ever seen me walk around, I walk around with this weird power walk like I have like I have a huge dick or something. Like I don't know why I walk and I know that I walk this way and I've seriously tried to change the way I walk. Like it's really bad. Like I've practiced other walks. It doesn't work for me. I don't know why I walk this way. But I said I walk like a Roblox character and we looked up the way that they walk. I showed her. And it was really accurate.
I lost my shit.
It was really accurate.
It was the most accurate thing I've ever seen in my whole fucking life.
Maybe
and
we'll
if
add
you
a
know
video.
who Abigail is and you're watching this and you've seen her in person, go look it up. Put the fucking link of the video in the description or something so people can watch.
Oh, yeah, the Roblox.
That shit was so funny. Oh my God, I couldn't stop laughing at that.
So with that,
okay, thanks for talking shit with us. We really needed this today. It's been a really long
we've done this for an hour.
It's been a really long couple days. I genuinely apologize to anybody that I have wronged in like 4 days.
Tracy's not good. Anyways.
Yeah.
Wait, I love how I keep looking at the camera like it's freaking not
off.
dead. Okay.
Anyways, we're going to record like 4 episodes because we're going to be way all next week. So
bye, everybody.
We'll see. Goodbye. Hello?